I live full-time in an RV, and I have for 6 years, and I almost always boondock. Now, a lot of people don't know about this, so if this is a new concept for you, you're not alone. I didn't know about it until I stumbled across it on YouTube one day and saw this solo female RVer driving her RV out into the desert, and I was thinking, what is she doing? Where is she going? And then when she set up camp, I thought, is that legal? There are a million of us out here. But home for us is usually down a dirt road in the national forest or in the desert or in Army Corps of Engineer land, all kinds of places. And we set up camp, and we can usually stay up to 2 weeks there for free.
Here's our campground. It's our rig.
And today I wanted to tell you guys about it because it literally changed my life for the better. I was living in the corporate world and was trying to find a way out so that I could be a writer and a painter. And then I stumbled across boondocking RV life. And I realized that if I boondocked, I could make a living as a writer. Now, it took a couple of years of planning. It's not like I fell over into an RV and was able to do this. I wasn't. Okay, let's see how the chicken and potatoes are doing. Oh my God, yum. You guys see that? Yum! So I quit that corporate job, took a part-time job, and then worked the other part of the time creating some kind of a mobile income for myself and saved up for a rig that I could buy so I wouldn't have a payment. Most of us have to make an investment into an RV that we can live in full time, that supplies us with all the power that we need, the water that we need, and the ability to pack out all of our trash until we get back to civilization. Now let me tell you how I do it. First of all, I have a great boondocking power system. I just had one installed inside of the Airstream from BattleBorn and Dragonfly Energy. And so when I'm out here in the middle of nowhere like I am today, and you can see it's cloudy outside and raining, it's okay. I have enough power stored in here that I can work on my big computer, and I can do everything that I need to do, including running my Starlink, which is right there, and work remotely just like anybody else. It is an investment to have that kind of a system put in, but for me, I'm saving so much on rent that it's worth it. So now my solar panel connectors are in there along with the Starlink connector, and that's just going to go in the box. And now I'm going to take my 7-pin connector and my DC to DC charger and connect those to the car. I know some of you are wondering what it's like to be out here by myself in the wilderness. Well, you know what? I really love it. It's not a lot different than being solo in real life. My life looks just like it did then. I wake up, I take a shower, I make breakfast, I go to work, and then I get to go sit outside, but my backyard is just fabulous. Now, you know, after about 3 or 4 days, I might want to see another person. If I go into town and get some gas and do some shopping, that usually satisfies it. And if it doesn't, I can always join a caravan or go camp with some friends.
The beginning of my bus journey, I didn't necessarily boondock. I was so excited about finally being able to travel that I traveled very quickly. I'm now focusing more on traveling slowly, and so boondocking is the best way to do that. Driving a big bus sometimes can be a huge hassle, and honestly, knowing that I don't have to move my bus for a week is amazing. It makes it all worth it. First thing I'm doing today, I just left the gym, and lucky for me, there is a gym, or next to the gym, there is a gas station where I can fill up my gas tank because that's important, and there is a spigot to fill up my water tank also at the gas station. Today is one of those days, the water's turned off, no water. All right guys, I just finished my work day. I ended up parking at a Planet Fitness to finish my work day so I can take a nice long shower. I just got rid of my trash. I always try to get rid of my trash before I go boondocking, just because whatever you bring out there, you bring back with you. So, last thing we need to do find a place to fill up water. I am so unfortunate. On the iOverlander app, there are places that recommend water sources. So there's a bunch of those in Denver, but no hoses besides the one that I found today. So when this happens, what I end up doing is going to a hotel and seeing if they have a spigot on the outside, because most hotels do.
We just got done with a hike, the Thunder Knob Trail by Diablo Lake. Super fun. We got to take the dogs, so that was nice. It was pet friendly. And now we are headed to our campsite.
When we first moved into the van, we didn't feel comfortable sleeping in Walmart parking lots or Cracker Barrels and things like that. So we kind of stuck to, for like the first couple weeks, we like stuck to paid campsites. And then after that, we felt like we were ready to get a little more adventurous. We downloaded some of the fun apps that allow you to like see where BLM land is or see where designated dispersed camping is allowed. And we decided to try it out, and we absolutely loved it.
Right, we are entering our campground. It's Goodell Campground. Fortunately, it's first come, first serve, and tonight is Sunday night.
We didn't know what this place was going to be like. A lot of times you come to these places like this, it's a boat ramp, it's a parking lot. We do have this chunky trailer over here, but this looks like it's going to be really good. We're only here for one night because we're going to this Harvest Toast Distillery tomorrow. But I already wish we were staying a couple days. We're right on the river.
We're right on a river.
They even left us firewood. So this is what happens. Sometimes you find these great spots, and now it's actually happy hour, so I'm gonna stop the video because it's time to kick back and relax. Here's to boondocking. Cheers.
We are in a 19-foot Sprinter by Grech RV. It is perfect for the two of us. I think something that's not talked about enough in living in an RV is the amount of wrinkles that you have to deal with.
Oh gosh, okay.
He's not going out. Oh my god. I lost a little bit of sleep, but I did it success. Like, I've done it like 3 times now.
How do you keep things hygienic? That's a very, very good question.
Hygiene on the road is huge, especially when boondocking.
We have the Home Depot toilet, just bag it up and you toss it in the trash. If we have to bury waste out in the forest or something like that, you know, sometimes you go out and dig a hole. We don't bury the paper. You would think it decomposes quickly. It doesn't. It sticks around for years. You see it all over the forest. So don't bury your paper, folks.
First step is putting up our window covers. Next, we turn around our swivel seat. And that's it.
All right. So here is our rig. We really wanted this van to be an enabler. We wanted to be able to camp anywhere, whether that's, you know, on the side of the road in a neighborhood or in the middle of nowhere, you know, somewhere in a desert, in a forest, or, you know, just at a campground. We wanted it to be as versatile as possible. So let's go ahead and climb up. So we have 4 solar panels. Each is a 200 watt panel, so we have a combined 800 watts of solar. There is our air conditioning unit. It's a really awesome unit, pushes out a ton of cold air. You can see right there we do have one of our fans, and then right there we have the other. If you see that black disc is actually an antenna, and that's something else that's helpful while boondocking. We plug a SIM card into our router, and basically it's just gonna give us the best shot at connecting to a cell tower and spitting out that signal. Another nice little tidbit while boondocking is we went ahead and mounted exterior lights. So a lot of the times you'll find yourselves, you know, a BLM spot and there's no one around, And when it's dark, it's really, really dark. So we have lights on all 4 sides. So you're able to, you know, pull into the campsite, hit the switches, and, you know, kind of light up the whole area, turn on the sun, if you will. So, you know, having all those lights is another big bonus.
Shout out to this bug net, keeping all the bugs out. Love it. Just tuck it in and close the door. Boom, I'm ready to hit the road. Let's go. Got my seat cushion. Oh. All right, we are headed to Click Harvest Host. All right. And I just push this button to find my location and zoom in. So I'm this dot right here. And this is the brewery I want. It has the little a little beer sign. Right. We are arriving. Wow, the mountains are huge. My favorite place to boondock so far has been the Tina Turner Museum in Brownsville, Tennessee. That was my ultimate favorite place to stay. And it was nothing but just a parking lot behind the museum. Alright, I think I just park in the back here. It was my first time ever staying at a Harvest Host location. And there were other RVers out there, and they invited us over to have drinks and food and snacks. And we put our porches together and we sat out and we talked for hours. And that's one thing I love about this community and van life community, is just meeting different people out on the road. And people really are out to help you. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get some water from the nice ladies in there. So one of the challenges that I've experienced boondocking is making sure that I have enough water. As you can see, no water is coming out. So the other day I was at Home Depot and I met this random guy there, and I asked him if he knew anything about plumbing, because I really wanted to add a draining system into my van before I did some more boondocking. Sorry, I'm trying to get that. He came over and said, you know what, I'll do this right now in the parking lot for you. And when I say he lifted a weight off of my shoulders, because now I have a sink that drains into a gray water tank and I have running water. It's a little heavy now. Oh, there we go. So that's actually one of the things that I love about van life. I'm really enjoying being conscious about the things that I use, making sure that I'm not being wasteful in the van. Gotta lock the car.
Boondocking has so many advantages, especially when you're in a van. You become self-sustainable with your own energy and your own supply. And as friendly as people always tend to be when they're camping and in nature, sometimes you just want to be alone. We'll be using this RV water filter that connects to our hose, so it'll go from faucet to filter into our clean water, and then it'll filter one more time through the clear source. That will give us extra clean water.
It's filling.
As a mother boondocking with her 2 girls, some things we've learned along the way.
Keep going, keep going. Oh God, again? Oh no.
If you're not 4x4, don't pretend to be. Always check the weather forecast before, and maybe don't stay on the dirt lot if it's likely to rain.
We're gonna check out this campsite. Tent camping only. But I saw other vanners doing it, so let's go check it out. No RVs.
If there's a spot listed, but half of the reviews say that it's closed or illegal, it's too good to be true. This isn't to discourage you, it's because we lived it. We got that 1:30 a.m. knock. Luckily, we only had 1 kid at the time, and she did amazing, but that's not something you want to deal with, especially if you have kids.
How many hours are we gonna be here? We're gonna spend about 12 hours here, just getting a nice little reset, and then we'll hit the road tomorrow and head down to Great Sand Dunes National Park.
We are about 470 miles in, and it feels like it. To Maryland, we're just a nice balmy 2,500 miles away.
He did it. Holy crap.
Good morning. So, this morning I woke up in the mountains boondocking, freezing because my diesel heater went off last night because I have an error code. Let me show you. I've got an error code E 5. And so it's early, it's before work, I'm cold, and I need this figured out because I don't want to be freezing all morning long. So I found the issue. Here is the bottom hole of the diesel heater, and this is the air intake, this is the fuel line, and this is the exhaust hole where there was an exhaust piece that is now missing. It was connected to this, and now it's completely gone. So that would explain the error code, I'm assuming. And I have no idea where it is. I don't know when it fell off, but I'm gonna have to order a new exhaust piece. The good news for me is I have extra heat sources. One, I have an oven. I know this sounds so weird probably, but my propane oven, if you open the door, it gives off so much heat. So it can heat the bus really quickly. I'm gonna go in and get ready to teach for the day. Morning friends, how are you?
Good.
Good, nice to see you. Ooh, what are you eating this morning? Ooh, yummy, scorchin' Pringles. Oh my goodness.
It's sour cream.
If it's your first time boondocking, just make sure you can prepare yourself as best you can.
I have so many favorites. I love this country. There's so many nice areas. I like the ocean. I like the lakes. I like the mountains. I like everything.
Hey you guys, I didn't plug in my microphone, so I hope you can hear me okay, but I just wanted to tell you I had the most amazing day. Being on the road is the best. The stuff that you see and the people that you meet, I mean, it just blows my mind every time.
A lot of the time when folks, they buy an RV and they have this awesome vision of like, I'm gonna go sleep on all these cool cliff sides and it's gonna be great. Boondocking is a way to chase the dream that they had imagined before they began.